Hello guys, so we already have worked with flat file databases, which are the common table that you already know, and now we are ready to jump into relational database. In this video we are going to create a relational database between two tables. Remember that relational database is basically multiple tables that are connected by the keys. Remember, you have primary or second or foreigner key. So let's imagine that you have this activity, which is the one that you will do by yourself after I explain the how to do it. Activity 18C says you're going to have a table of orders and a table of customers. So the order have a specific information about the order that is being taken, and the customers is the customer that made different orders. So we want to connect the customers to the orders, and with that we want to create a one-to-many relationship between the different table. We want to do that by creating a primary key. You have here customer ID will be the primary key in this case, and you will match that customer ID to something in the other table. But we're going to do that since the beginning, working on this task. In this task, I will make a relationship between teachers and a student database. Your final result will be something like this that connect the teacher database, in this case the primary key S code, with a specific subject. Means that teacher, the teacher will be attached to this subject that is on the student's database. Teacher database have this as primary key, that's why you have the key logo here, but math is no primary key, that's how it doesn't have the key, it's a foreigner key in this case. So since we're going to do all of that since the beginning, I will close this and we're going to do it since the beginning. Let me just save this and close. So what do you have and what they're asking you to do? Well, you have the document from chapter 18. As you can see here, you have teachers and you have students. So you have your databases in a comma separate value file. You already learned how to import that. If you don't remember, you can go back to that video that we already posted on Teams. So here it says import this teacher's database and indicate the field names like this and the data type like that. After that, you're going to also import the students table, and what they want you to do is to make S code, the first one here, as the key field, and they want for the students table, they want to select a student ID as the key field. So you're going to have the key field in each of the table. And finally, the most important thing is to create a one-to-many relationship as a link between the S code, which is the primary key of teachers, and the math field in the students table. Cool. So let's do that. First thing, we import the two tables. Second thing, we go to modify the field name and data type. And third thing, we create a relationship. So let's do that. We open Microsoft Access, double click, create new one. You want to do task, in this case task 18, 18C, what is that? Let me see, 18D. So task 18D, create. Now you don't have any table, remember, you're just going to, let's close this, we don't have anything, we're going to import our from file. You already know how to do that, that's why I'm doing it a little bit faster. You're gonna go where it is, you're gonna select teachers and open. Now that we have done that, we're going to indicate the following steps as we have learned. And here we have the field name in the first row, so we remember to click on that, select that, and here we're gonna change it. It's not this, but it's code, S code, and it's not forename but first name. Same for this one, is S name. If you forgot where does it say, so here it is in the task. It is how you're supposed to name it and the data type. So going back here, you have data type, short test is the same as test, such as in room, keep the same. Room is an integer, you can change it to integer, you can leave it no integer, no problem, and all of the others are short tests. Cool, finish. Now, remember, they say that we need to select our primary key. We already have it. We don't want access to create one. We want to select ours. What is our primary key? Xcode. Okay, cool. Done. Next. And don't forget, you need to call the table as a table. Don't leave it with the same name as before, because the same name was the common separate value that we have. After you click that, you finish. And you do the same thing with the students. So now I will do it a little bit faster. We have the teacher here. We're gonna do a little bit faster for students because you already know how to do it. Students, go back. Yes. A student ID, we keep it the same. Here we don't have any problem. We just want to make sure that the student ID is our primary key. It's done. A student table. Click finish, boom, done. Now, the thing is that you have these two tables and you want to relate them, right? So you need to go to database tool and click on relationship. Now, relationship here, we can close the table, no problem. Here you should see your relationship, but the only way that you can see it is from the table, you double click to add the tables. So you have the two tables, you have the teacher and you have the student. Now you can see the primary key here as the example say, and you want to make a connection between Xcode and math. So you're just gonna left click this and move it, holding it with the left key of the mouse there until math. When you do that, the table of edit relationship open and it tells you, hey, you want to create a relationship between Xcode and math? You say, of course, yes. Click yes, create. Now you should have it like that. If you don't see the key here, it's because you didn't select Xcode as or student ID as a primary key. You can go back to your table, you can go back to the design just in case, and you make sure that you have your primary key indicator here, or you can import it since the beginning and do the same. You see here you can select it as primary key or not, but if you have all of that, you will not have any problem and you will have your relationship. Oh, but you made a mistake and you connect Xcode with something else, no problem. You right click on this and you change it. No, I don't want math, I want with something else. Cool. After you have done that, we have covered parts 1, 2, and 3, which are 1, import, 2, file name and data type correct, and 3, you want the relationship between specifically the primary key of teachers and math field in the student table. After that, you are set to go and you are done. Now, how are you going to prove that you understand after replicating this example? Dun, dun. This is where you go to Activity 18C. You have these two databases which are on your folder, and you're going to do this by yourself. Remember, when you do that, you want to have a screenshot of the result where showing the primary keys, when showing your table with the specific field name and data type, and you want to put that in your evidence document. Good luck. Bye-bye.